We're live? Is it live? We're doing it live?
I think we're live.
Hey,
hey.
Beyond! Hello,
Beyond.
everyone. My name is Jonathan Dormish. I am here with Barrett Courtney.
Hello there.
And we have IGN and Beyond, our weekly PlayStation show, beyond.ign.com, every Wednesday at 3 p.m.
YouTube.com/IGN Beyond.
Wherever you're watching it. Today, we are here to start streaming Spider-Man The Heist DLC.
Ooh.
This is the first of the 3 DLC packs coming to Spider-Man before the end of the year. As the release dates are right now. Obviously,
as they are right now.
As they are right now. You never know. It could be like, we can get to December 15th and they're like, actually it comes out January 5th. We'll see. But we're going to be streaming the Heist DLC. We're going to go through, for the beginning of the stream, we're going to go through the first like 10, 15 minutes of the DLC.
We're going to do like the first mission.
Yeah,
and
first
then,
mission.
Yeah.
So bearing that in mind, we're going to try to keep it as spoiler-free story-wise as possible. So obviously, we'll be playing some stuff that you have not seen before, obviously with the new DLC, but we will be jumping ahead into the game and not really jumping into the story so much. So you don't have to worry about us saying, like, this is how the DLC ends. This is every character you're going to meet. We're going to try to avoid that genuinely. We want the DLC to be a surprise as much as possible for you. So after the first 10, 15 minutes, we're going to jump into some of the open world and the new stuff you can do. Again, it's mostly side stuff. We'll also be answering your questions. We are on IGN.com. We're on YouTube.com/IGN. We're at YouTube.com/IGN Beyond. Hello, Beyond fans. We're also at Twitch.tv/IGN. So, and we're on Mixer, I believe, as well.
Yeah,
yes,
shout out to Mixer. We've invaded you, even though you're all Xbox fanboys.
So we'll be going through a lot of it. If you have any questions for us about what we've played so far, we'll try to keep it spoiler-free as possible. Feel free to ask us, but we're going to jump in after we load this.
Sorry, I'm very impressed how good you are at vamping, because we had to I had to reset the game because we had to set some back-end stuff.
Because you were accidentally showing the Spider-Man 2 opening that we got earlier.
Yeah. We got Spider-Man 2 4 years ahead of release.
So we want to make sure that doesn't go on the stream. But yeah, no, so we're going to be going through, I think, a lot of the open world stuff. We'll be messing around with some of that. You'll see probably some incidental dialogue and things, but we'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible.
People are asking in the main YouTube chat,
yes.
Let me see, I forget, SDDSS53 asks, is it out? It'll be out tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah. So right now we're playing it. It's just a little bit ahead of the American launch, about half a day's worth. So you will be able to play this very soon. It comes as part of the 3-pack of DLC of the City That Never Sleeps DLC. You can also just jump in and buy it individually. I believe individually it's $10. The 3-pack is $25. So depending on what you want to play and like why wouldn't you want all 3?
Or if you're just a crazy Spider-Man fan like I am, you just bought the PS4, the Spider-Man PS4, and it came with everything.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So
I'm very excited.
You're set for life.
I am.
Or until the end of
No,
this
for
DLC.
life.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, so Barrett, you started this a little bit before we started streaming, and I did. I would say I'm about midway through the story of the DLC.
Okay. And then just to show you guys where you'll find it, you'll go into your main save, whatever save you beat the game on.
Barry, you haven't finished the game?
This is my second save.
Wow.
I played through the story again because I really liked it.
What a fake gamer.
Oh, God. All right. Well, anyway, there will be a DLC tab, and it'll show you kind of like all of these little things upcoming, and this is where you'll find the heist.
I thought that was interesting structurally. I just didn't expect it.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been in like the main menu and stuff, more of like how Arkham did like their kind of DLC stuff. But
yeah. Before we keep going, Noah Ball, yes, we do read chat. This is from the youtube.com/IGN Beyond chat. Beyond to you all. We do read the chat. What are the suitabilities? We're not going to spoil that just yet, but we're in the opening cutscene.
And if you complain about us talking over this, we are exporting a first minutes of this right now. It'll be up as soon as possible. We're exporting it 4K, so it'll be up in probably 5 million hours.
Oh,
no, it'll be up in like an hour or two. So if you want to get no commentary on this, we'll have that soon.
So for reference, I think the DLC, if you haven't finished Spider-Man, there will be references to things that happen throughout the story of Spider-Man in this DLC.
Huh, okay.
At least like how I'm playing, I've obviously beaten the game. Jumping into the DLC, everything that takes place is pretty much like as if you have beaten the game.
Gotcha.
So
and do we know how long this is after the main story?
I don't offhand. I know that essentially all of the relationships as they stood at the end of the game are how they stand now when you start the DLC. At the very least, so here's a weird thing. When you start the DLC, you're essentially jumping into another instance of New York City. So it's the same New York, everything's the same pretty much, but the districts don't have the same completion tasks and everything. It's the tasks only available to the DLC are going to be here. So you'll notice it's fewer things because it's only related to the DLC. And like if you go all the way up to Harlem,
Going to Harlem. Hold on.
There are no new
activities.
So it's very much centralized to, I think, where the story of the DLC is happening.
Gotcha.
So
That makes sense.
In this world, at least so far, I haven't encountered, like, you're not seeing Sable agents just patrolling around all the time. You're not seeing, like, caravans of prisoners from the raft just making makeshift cities.
And spoilers for the end of Spider-Man. They're like kind of like the after credits or mid credits. It's like how much longer later? It's like 3 months or maybe a month later or something like that.
Yeah, it's not too much further out.
So I would assume this is taking place a little after that.
Yeah, it seems like New York has quieted down a bit, so...
Or maybe not the mid credits. I'm thinking of the last scene between Peter and Mary.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Because
Mary
Jane. Like the way that they're talking on the phone very much seems like that they're kind of together.
Yes,
back again. Maybe?
I think this still implies that the way the game ends with them is very much how they are in this game. And let me tell you, about halfway through the DLC, I would say, they are still wonderful. Yuri Lowenthal is still great as Spider-Man, and Laura Bailey is still amazing as Mary Jane. Like, their performances, and especially when they interact together, just still work so well.
Do anything to avoid paying full price admission.
So yeah, the DLC starts off with essentially mostly a stealth mission, and not the like instant fail stealth missions that the game has a few of, but more of the like Batman Arkham-esque, you're going around trying to take down the guys one by one. I love these in the main game, and I wish there were more of them.
Yeah.
So the DLC opening on that note for me was like, oh good, this is what I want. Like I'm glad it wasn't like immediately jump in, here's a full brawl for you to fight with.
Sorry, I'm focusing.
No, you keep focusing. I'm looking at the chats. Borderlands 808, sorry, this is not Borderlands 3 gameplay. I can't get that for you right now. I don't know if there is any. Someone from the IGN main chat, GNFNR2K, says, calling MJ Mary, so much hate. I agree. That is not her name, Barrett. I almost called you a wrong name.
Just to spite me.
Hawkstream17 asks, any environmental changes like more fall colors or Halloween decorations? Not that I've noticed so far. I think the DLC has done a good job, again, without spoiling it, of making me at least go to certain streets or areas where other story missions weren't. Like, they very cognizantly haven't been like, remember where you did that big fight? You're there again. It feels like they're trying to use all parts of the city, which I appreciate.
And, like... I understand of like trying to do like Halloween stuff because it is Halloween now.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't make sense for the story, especially if this is taking place like a month and a half later, questionably. Because in the game, it was in the main story it was Halloween at one point.
You could distract one of these dudes if you want.
Well, no, I'm just gonna take this guy up and then
For a little demonstration of the fine art of subduing
I think you just die immediately. I do hope, though, speaking of seasonal changes and things, so I love the fact that you can change time of day after you beat the game from the research stations. I wish you could change the weather. And more than that, man, do I want the December DLC to take place in December and it to be snowing and it to look like Christmas in New York City, because that would be, I would obviously take a lot of work, so I understand if they don't do that, but I would love to see New York City in December. I think it would be amazing. Again, we are streaming on youtube.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN Beyond all of you.
Beyond.
We're streaming on Mixer, we're streaming on IGN.com, we're streaming on twitch.tv/IGN. So if you're in those chats, feel free to comment, ask questions. We will be reading off of it as we go through the stream. Like we mentioned earlier, if you're just joining us, my name is Jonathan, this is Barrett. We were playing through the first mission or so of the DLC, the Heist, and then we're going to jump into some of the open world stuff, so you're not going to have to worry too much about story-specific spoilers. Let's see. What other questions we got? How long is the DLC supposed to take? I've seen this happening a lot. This is from Twitch chat. Laughing Day says, how long is the DLC supposed to take? I don't think they've said how long it's supposed to take. I've played for about 2 hours now, and probably like halfway-ish through the story, I would say.
Cool.
So I was expecting 4 to 6 hours of story in the DLC. I think anything more than that is a lot to expect, especially given how soon after launch this is.
Right.
And especially given how fully featured there are cutscenes, there are definitely like environmental changes they'll do with certain scenarios. It's pretty fully featured.
So for the next 45 minutes, we're gonna look at all of this art and explain to you
every individual piece. Yeah. Welcome to a museum tour. It's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You could just go through and learn everything.
That'd be cool. I'd be into that.
Laurie Greasley on the Beyond chat, Beyond, asks, how are the puddles? So far, I've not
Need a
encountered many
pulse.
puzzles,
So
let me
good.
tell you, but you
Any
can
So
add
good.
as many as you want.
In the new photo mode.
Yes, for those who are unaware maybe
Got a
or have
guard's hand.
really been using it a lot, in New Game Plus and the new photo mode editions, they've added a bunch of photo mode editions. In addition to New Game Plus and the Ultimate Difficulty, there's a now puddle sticker,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you can now
good
add as
idea.
many puddles to the
Always
damn game
happy
as you
to
want. Stop
lend a
complaining about the
hand.
puddles is what that is. I really enjoyed that. I think that is
Well,
one of the
a
best beats I've
part
seen
of
in a while
one.
in a game.
And again, for the people who
Looks
are
like I'll need
complaining about
more.
us talking over the DLC right now, again, there will be
It's like the guards just
non-commentary
vanished.
VOD of this
Yes.
in an hour or two.
Where
So if
can
you
I
want to check that
find
out,
some more
that'll be up soon.
pirates?
In the main YouTube IGN chat,
A flashlight. Could
Milano
get partial.
Conva?
Alyssa
Yeah, I think
Milano?
Alyssa Milano is asking how you get the suits.
Another one.
Well, Alyssa,
Come
let me
on.
tell you. You'll unlock one of the
Trained
suits pretty
guards
early in the
wouldn't leave their
DLC,
stuff
and then the
around like
others have certain
Unless
completion.
they didn't leave
And
it.
an earlier chatter was asking if the new suits have new abilities.
I know there's a print
So
on
this
here.
is the weird
Just need
thing.
to find it.
When I started the DLC, they didn't.
Interesting.
But the thing is, when we
That
were
might
playing the
work.
Velocity suit
I
pre-launch,
think 12
that
down
didn't
should
have
be
a power,
karaoke,
and then
not
they added the
kumquat.
power in like on launch day.
right.
So it's very
Okay,
possible
should
tonight
have
at 9
enough
p.m.
partials
these
to
suits are going to have
reconstruct a
powers.
handprint.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
Um,
we cannot really comment on that yet. We'll have to
yeah.
wait and see.
Yeah, as of right now, they're just aesthetic changes, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get more.
And now my favorite part of the Spider-Man games, the puzzles.
Ooh, I love
should be
puzzles.
able to reconfigure
I like the
scanner
puzzles
so
too.
it
They
takes my
just
data.
I don't think they introduced them
No.
super well.
Another question from the IGN chat from GNFNR2K. Did they add any new powers or skill tree? No new skill tree additions that I've seen so far.
If I
You're
bypass the
pretty much
optic
stuck with
sensor,
wherever you
I can
were in the
upload my own
story,
data.
those skills, but you are still earning XP and things, so if you haven't unlocked all of the skills or your gadgets aren't upgraded all
You
the
can
way,
use this to like
to flesh all of that out, there are challenge tokens you'll earn, which we can get to in a little bit. My earphone is squeaking in my ear. That's
you
silly.
should fix that.
This is fun. Technical difficulties. How do headphones work?
Transmitting
There
handprint
we
now.
go.
I don't think you've ever used headphones.
I don't know
before.
what headphones are.
Jonathan Dornbush, fake headphone fan.
Let's see. If you have other questions, feel free to ask us in any of the chats. I'm trying to look over Barrett's shoulder. New puzzles. Yes, Noah Ball. No, they're basically the same
They're
puzzles.
the same puzzles.
But there are
dumb.
new instances of those puzzles.
The men are dead.
Saboteur. No,
Oh, they're
not.
alive. How do you know that? Did you check their
Signs of a
pulse?
struggle.
He has
Did you
spider
call
sense.
911? I don't think he's taken a CPR class
So it's
before.
not Hammerhead.
Prove it.
Who?
I mean, he didn't
Is
walk
that
up to
camera?
the situation. He didn't check their pulse. He didn't like try to resuscitate them.
To the beat of staying alive. Yeah, he did not do
And then he
that.
didn't try to call 911. 911. He failed.
But they didn't want
He failed the
anyone
class.
It's pointing at one of the paintings in the
Rudra Pratap is asking, should I buy RDR2 or
And no one's stolen
Spider-Man
it yet.
this holiday sale?
I think it
see this up
depends
close
on
and
what
figure
kind
out
of
what's
game
so
you
special
want. I
about it.
think
Yeah.
the thing with me for Red Dead, at least, is I don't know if I'm gonna like it because of how open and stuff it seems. So I'm sure it's gonna be a great story, but if you want something a little more focused and maybe less of your time, I think maybe Spider-Man.
Yeah, it also feels like obviously Red Dead would be something we're looking for, like in a more emergent experience. Like obviously
Yeah.
crimes can emerge within the city of New York, but they're very somewhat defined.
We were
whereas
learning about the art and we missed it.
Looks like a pretty
we
normal
forgot to
painting
teach
to
everyone
me.
about art.
It is. There's way more valuable stuff in that museum.
Let's see.
So why is the Maggia
Wha-
so worked up
nope.
about this painting?
Hang on, MJ. Someone's coming.
Well, that's rude. Why don't we crash into the pole? Like, that was dangerous. Like, I get, like, driving through the glass doors. Okay, like, I get that. But then you just, like, drive into the big, like, pole there? That's not a pole. What is that? That's like a
Column?
column.
A
There,
column?
there you go. Sorry, I had coffee, but it still hasn't really kicked in yet. I'm also bad at streaming, so.
We're gonna
I
get
don't
the
know how
last
to talk.
15 minutes of the stream. And you're gonna be like, yeah, let's go through New York. Woo! It's
Yeah,
like,
we're
whoa.
also. I called Jonathan Dornbush out on a rematch of racing through New York City.
Yes.
When we streamed the original game,
Rad's
we
guys
did
called
that,
in
and
reinforcements.
I tried
They
to
haven't
beat
spotted
him,
me yet.
and he beat me, and I
Try
was
to
really
keep it that
sad.
way.
But I think it probably has to do with the fact that he used to live in New York, and so he
So
has
I
the
knew
upper hand.
I knew the exact routes because they definitely did a 1-to-1 of New York.
Yeah,
didn't
like
see
they
that
did a
coming.
1-to-1 of the Bay Area in Watch Dogs.
Yeah. Whoa, people putting a lot of emojis in, so I can't exactly see all of the questions. All right. If you have other questions, though, please feel free to drop them in the chat of wherever you're watching. As a reminder, we're streaming on IGN, youtube.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN Beyond to all of you, twitch.tv/IGN, and mixer.com/IGN. I don't know the exact URL.
Mitchell, can we
sorry
get a
if I'm-
confirmation on what the URL is for Mixer? Thank you, Mitchell.
There we go. I was correct.
Cops will be here any minute.
All right, so this is gonna be a thing where they're all gonna try to escape with the art.
Yeah, this is a new mission type sort of thing. This was not in the main game really in any way of like focusing on these one guys kind of spawning and you have to stop them from escaping from the
So the
museum.
easiest way, I'm gonna steal the job of the IGN Wikis folks and give you some hot tips here. Just stay down here
Be better at
and
the
wait for them to come to you, and you just fight these guys who are coming to you.
Yeah, basically just use impact webs or like the ones that stick them to walls. I can't remember the name. You can pretty much get every one of them as you're going. I liked so the DLC starts off on this foot where it's very like Spidey and MJ focused in terms of the character stuff. It starts off with a stealth mission and then it comes into this new like gallery area where there's a new instance of the mission type. So I appreciated like it starts off on
I
the
really
right
like
foot
the pace of the beginning of the game.
Yes, yeah. As it goes on so far, I've enjoyed it. Still, it's very much, hey, did you like Spider-Man? This is more Spider-Man. This is not trying to like revolutionize the base game. There's not some crazy...
It's a DLC that's coming out a month after the game, you know.
Exactly.
So, and to confirm, you are reviewing it?
Yes, I am reviewing this DLC
I didn't know if
pack
we were
as
allowed
well
to
as
say
the
that.
other. No, yeah, we can say that. I'm reviewing this DLC, and then I assume, unless I am very sick, the second two DLC packs. Noah Ball in the Beyond chat on YouTube, Beyond, is asking, to you guys at IGN, which suits do you prefer? Use on all caps. So not him, not Noah. Him or her, excuse me. Do you have a preference?
I really like the Stark suit from the MCU, which is like the enhanced Spidey suit, because I think it's a suit that has its own style, but kind of still fits in this universe and this art style. Whereas I think because I'm more into like what the suit looks like rather than like what upgrades they have, because you can kind of hot swap upgrades and whatnot. So I really like that one. Someone I forget. I think someone hit me up on Twitter talking about like doing the New Game Plus over the weekend, and they started out their New Game Plus with the homemade Spidey suit, and then when they got the Doc Ock like upgrade, they changed it to the Stark suit, which I thought was cool.
Ooh, I like that. Don't let them escape, Barrett. What are you doing? Oh, they were too slow, but almost not. I've seen Class84 in the IGN chat is asking, can you play as any other character? Black Cat, maybe. I'm not through the DLC, so I can't say for certain. So far, I've been playing as Spider-Man.
Our producer Mitchell right now, who's producing this lovely live stream. Shout out to Mitchell Saltzman. You can follow on Twitter at Jurassic Rabbit. He was asking me before the live stream if you could play as Black Cat, and I was like, not what I've played of so far, but that would be cool.
That would be really
because that would kind of be like an Arkham-esque kind of way to do DLC, because like especially in Arkham City and Arkham Knight, where they added DLC stuff where you play as other characters.
Nightwing and Batgirl and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? We'll see so far. So like Black Cat, excuse me, I want to say Black Class for some reason.
All right, I do kind of want to be quiet during this cutscene.
Security wall's intact.
Speaking of.
And bulletproof. Nobody's getting near the Maria anytime soon.
Mission accomplished then?
I hope so. Yeah, I am gonna have to call you right back.
Why? What's going on?
Ooh.
You look
Damn. It's like that meme where the guy is turned around with the two women.
I mean, you know, a little.
I don't know how to describe that meme.
So, you swinging solo now?
Distracted
Back with your
boyfriend meme.
ex.
Come on.
It's a lot of questions.
You kids.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I hear that's bad for cats. How about you tell me why you're really here?
I was just waiting for the right moment.
I like the suit design. I think it fits
Look
really well
behind you.
within like the design of all the other suits in this world.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to be quiet because it introduced Black Cat, and I really, just in this one like interaction, you kind of get a sense of what their kind of history together is,
I like it a lot.
which I am really interested to see, because I've only played. This is my third time playing this opening mission, because I do gameplay capture, and so I've had to do this over again just a couple of times. So, but just in that opening cutscene, or that opening interaction with them, I really kind of love what they're going for here. Oh God, I thought I dodged correctly. Guess not.
Because he's bad at the game.
Shut up. Don't let them know that. Don't let them know that IGN can't play games.
Oh, IGN can play games. We're more talking about you specifically, Barrett. Yeah, so far in the DLC, I've really liked the characterization of Black Cat, and especially her relationship to Spidey. Their history does play a part in the story without going too much into details, so I love, again, very much the point of the main game was the intersection of Peter and Spider-Man's lives coming together. The DLC seems to hint at that, obviously on a smaller scale. What I like about this is it feels like an episode of the TV show.
Yeah.
It feels like, oh, another entry in a thing. It is not like we need to save the city in this crazy caper sort of thing, but it is... The scope of it feels smart, and I'm excited to see what that means for the next two. Speaking of the next two DLCs, Casey 2 times on IGN. Casey 2 times says, "What will Turf Wars?"
He says
be
everything
about?
2 times.
What will Turf Wars be about? What will Turf Wars be about?
That was close.
We don't know yet. They've been keeping the other two DLCs pretty much under
My
wraps.
theory is that Turf Wars is going to be introduce Luke Cage, and the Silver Linings is going to see the return of Silver Sable. Although I would love Silver Lining to actually be a hint at Silver Surfer.
That's not gonna.
I know, but let a boy dream, okay?
So my thing is, having played this game, the new faction type that you're fighting right here is a crime family.
Yeah.
One of the mafia groups in the city. So I think Turf Wars is going to be about mafia stuff, not Mafia the game, Mafia 3.
It'll introduce Lincoln Clay from Mafia 3.
I like your new tricks.
And I'm tired of your old ones. Weren't you gonna stop stealing art?
Who said I'm here for the art?
What are you doing?
Straight up a Banksy.
Think you have lives to save.
Not again.
Hey! Help!
What the? Where'd she go?
Peter, is everything okay?
Sorry, MJ. I just ran into an old friend.
Who?
Just an old friend?
Trouble.
Why aren't you telling MJ who you ran into?
Damn, time to bring up that meme again.
was the first roughly 18 minutes of the Spider-Man DLC. So we're gonna hop out of this right now really quick. And then we're gonna load into a later save and do some open world stuff.
Yeah, Cyborg Man on YouTube is calling you out, Barrett, saying Silver Surfer is a lame character.
How dare
I just
you?
want to let you know. Anyway, according to the always exact and correct IMDb.com, they have never had a wrong listing once. Erica Lindbeck is listed as the voice actress. She's one of Mitchell's friends.
And then
shout out to Erica.
Isn't
You're
she
very
also
good
kind
as
of like
Black
a stunt double? Or am I getting that incorrect? No, I'm thinking of someone else.
You're thinking of Eric Lindbeck, her brother.
Cool.
Yes,
Cool.
I don't know if you... Oh, no way.
Oh, I love
This is
Futaba.
awesome. We're Persona boys here. I think we can all agree on that.
Futaba is not the best girl, but Futaba is the person that I connected to the most in that game.
As we do, as we're loading into this other save right now, I'm going to... good fan of Beyond, Rudra Pratap, is asking, can we get 1 minute of Kingdom Hearts? Recently on...
We're going to lose all of the people who are watching.
Recently on Beyond, we've been having a lot of Kingdom Hearts talk, because there's been a lot happening.
He tries to do a weekly segment every week. That's why it's called a weekly segment, called 1 minute of Kingdom Hearts, and we actually time him, and we didn't do one last week. So while we load this up, you have 1 minute starting right now.
So everyone, I'm really excited to tell you about one of the things I've gotten in the mail recently. It is a replica life-size Keyblade made by PDP. They make a bunch of toys and accessories and such.
PewDiePie?
PewDiePie has made a Keyblade. No, so I have a life-size Keyblade. Barrett can attest. I just carry that thing around the office all the time now.
It is.
I just walk around with that.
I'm starting to get concerned.
Like Sora, I have it on my back, just walking around like a little goofball. It's real dumb, but I love it so much. Like when I took it out of the box, I was smiling like a kid on Christmas morning.
So I'm going to ask you which save is best here. You would know more than I would.
These are the most recent ones.
Okay.
So this is part of the Kingdom Hearts Minute, obviously. So you can go with one of those, I think, and we're fine. Yeah.
Cool.
We just won't jump into story mission. Anyway, going back to the Kingdom Hearts train, I am trying to convince everyone in the office to play Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. So I've gotten a few codes for people in the office, and people are starting to play, and I am so excited to have full converts of the franchise. Finally, I will build my own organization 13 at IGN.com.
I've only played Kingdom Hearts 2. And I'll never play another Kingdom Hearts ever again.
You didn't even start the timer.
I was forced to do Kingdom Hearts 2 for work because we were working on a Kingdom Hearts feature that never got done, and I had to capture the entirety of that game because the person who wrote the feature needed cutscenes at the end of the game. I won't name him, but his initials are JD.
Damn. All right. Oh, now it's playing. There we go.
Right, well, that was your minute of Kingdom Hearts. We're back into the.
Can I get the usual? Extra pepperoni?
Oh my God! Wait, why are we talking about? Why are we talking to a pizza place?
Please.
We're ordering pizza.
Oh,
Spoilers. We
ordering.
ordered pizza.
Damn it! Spoilers. Okay.
If you want to jump into all of the chats, again, we're on youtube.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN Beyond, IGN.com, twitch.tv/IGN, and mixer.com/IGN.
And IGN.com. Man, we're on
I
the.
said IGN.
Oh, no, you didn't. I think.
No, I didn't.
I
Roll the tape
all
back.
Roll it back, Mitchell.
We paused the stream for 5 minutes trying to do this.
What will Turf Wars be about? I'm so convinced that it's it'll maybe it'll have some Mafia stuff in it, but I have a feeling Luke Cage is going to be in it. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I just have it.
So for reference, I'm wearing one of the new suits.
Yeah.
We'll
If you want to
specifically
show that off.
The Resilient suit, as you can see.
Yeah,
no associated
right
suit power.
now, and that's what the Velocity suit said before the game came out.
Yes.
The main game. So who knows when?
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, who knows? Like if those get updated. People are pointing out that Eddie's Pizza, is that a hint at Eddie Brock?
Forgot how much
Maybe.
I love
I don't know.
photography.
Maybe journalism didn't work out too well for Eddie, and so now he's
Oh no!
making the pizza. I worked in a pizzeria for.
Hi,
Oh, my
Miles.
timer's
Just
still
calling
going.
you back.
That's because you're not turning it off.
Yeah.
You're just telling it to restart.
Yep. For reference, spoilers for the end of Spider-Man. If you haven't finished Spider-Man, turn the game off right now. There's a little conversation happening. Should I load maybe an earlier save? I think
Maybe.
just to avoid this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're gonna very quickly just to
quit
avoid
out of
that
this.
phone call.
And again, people are asking if this is out. It'll be out tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Time. I don't know. The standards added in when we're. I don't
That's
know
how time
what.
works.
Whatever. But anyway, it'll be out tonight. If you've pre-ordered the DLC or load it up. We got to get moving.
Sorry. Okay.
Would you recommend PS4 Gold headset for late night apartment video game playing? Just get a regular headset. I have just like kind of cheap skull candy over the head like headphones, and I use that for late night gaming because my game setup is in my bedroom with my girlfriend, and she goes to bed at a very normal time because she has a normal job. So I just put those in, and those work out for fine. And
I use
think the
2
gold ones
tin
are very
cans
expanded.
and string. Works really well.
I didn't know that the PS4 the
It's
DualShock 4
incredible.
was compatible
Took
with
me
that.
7 hours to figure it out, but it worked.
All right.
Clarissa35F.
No. Oh, wait. Where were you seeing that? Clarissa.
YouTube Beyond.
YouTube Beyond.
Further down. Go ahead.
Can I wear the DLC suits in the main game? I assume so.
Yeah, I wouldn't see a problem with it because once they're unlocked on your menu, like the menu carries over, but this instance of New York does not. So we got J. Jonah Jameson playing again. This is one thing I don't super love about the DLC so far, is the very least, like, they're leaning hard into the Alex Jones-ness of J. Jonah Jameson, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, the more, in terms of, like, the loud, boisterous. Oop, there we go.
Hit your
I don't know
mic.
how
The
to
people
explain.
are gonna get
No, it's
mad.
fine, don't worry about it.
So is Mitchell. He's gonna fire you.
Oh, he has that power.
But I have the power to fire Mitchell, so it's okay.
Yeah,
At least when I'm on stream.
It's a weird train of power here at IGN, but they're really leaning into like trying to modern reference everything with him. I think it's gonna.
Pretentious navel-gazing modern.
No, he's not saying it yet.
Okay.
I just some of the dialogue with him feels more memey
Yeah.
than it needs to be. Where J. Jonah can be a really great character, I think.
Yeah, there are a lot of, or at least some interpretations of him that are really cool.
Yeah.
That I really like. So.
Does it make me go to a story mission?
Yeah, because you don't have any open world stuff unlocked yet. Damn it, Dorna.
We were in the wrong version of the game. Don't worry about it. Nope, we're in the right version of the game.
Yeah, you are.
What's happening?
You don't have any open world stuff unlocked yet.
Like that.
All right, we're gonna back out once again because I don't know how saves work apparently. Sorry, Barrett. He hates me for this right now. We're gonna go back in. Barrett, give me questions as we stall.
Noah Ball says if the pizza song made a return, if only the pizza song actually has a cameo in the main game. If you look closely enough for it. So I'm just putting that out there. Let's see. There's Billy Johansson says I thought it was coming out tomorrow. We have a early kind of copy of it right now, but it'll be out tonight at 9 p.m.
It's coming to international territories a lot too.
Yeah, international territories are unlocked, I believe, and so as games usually work now, it'll unlock 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Eastern and then 9 p.m. Western. How many hours in the DLC? We assume like 5 or 6 hours. Let's see.
Now can we get 1 minute of Harry Potter? Yeah, you're playing to our interests here. I
No.
appreciate that.
No, I got to cut you off after Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna go to Mixer because you know what? I'm glad that we infiltrated the Xbox fans.
What is happening?
God damn it, Dorno.
What is happening? It keeps
Just keep
changing.
going. No,
All
just
right,
keep
we're
going.
gonna
Just
go
keep
through.
going.
Sorry, we're gonna get through this cutscene and then we'll be back to the open world. So unfortunately, we'll have one cutscene. I don't know if you want to just lower this, Mitchell. We can just talk for a bit while it gets through this scene. Why can't I skip things?
Now can we
So
talk
that's
like
fun.
human beings?
Saves work well.
This feels
Barrett's
pretty
happy.
human to me.
Barrett's silently fuming. I love it so much. We're gonna
what's
keep
on those
looking at
drives you're
questions.
Look at you, brawn and brains.
Any new areas of
Can't
NYC
give Hammerhead
unlocked?
the last
Thanks,
drive.
fellas, from
Once
the
he has what he wants, your son will
IGN
just
chat.
be a
Dig
loose
Mac
end.
Luke
Let me help
asks. No, so far it's
What are
just
you
New
thinking?
York City itself still.
Stall him.
A couple
us some
of
time
the
to find your
areas
son.
are
I
new.
missed
Like
you.
the first mission we were playing
Glad we're back
earlier, obviously
together
not
again.
in that gallery
Not like
in the
that.
main game
Shame.
necessarily, but largely you're still in the open
Okay.
world as you would expect. So it's
You'll
pretty
probably
much
give
the
us a
New York
couple
that you know
days
is just a
max.
different instance of it for some reason.
Mm,
But it's working so well. You also just don't want
About your
spoilers. I understand
son.
that.
Yeah.
Is
All
there a
right.
chance
Any other
later.
questions from the chat so far?
For now, let's find him.
That one's an interesting. We can talk about that one.
AJSA _ Black Wolf asks in the Twitch chat, I heard that
Keep
this
in touch,
game should be considered to be the Iron Man of all of the MCU. All games will be connected. I'm sorry, there's a lot of grammatical stuff in here. Basically, you're saying if all the MCU games are going to be connected, maybe not. We
I don't-
had the director of the game,
Brian Intihar.
Brian Intihar on Beyond to do a spoiler cast, and that's what he said. But that might be more of like a general of like this is bringing in a new era of Marvel games. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're all going to be connected, especially because there'll be different developers. Square Enix is working on the Avengers game, apparently. Still, maybe, I don't know.
Someday. My thing is obviously, yeah, Square Enix is working on that. This was Insomniac for a PS4 game. I can't see these all being connected because it would to cross that many companies in gaming just doesn't happen. So I think they're going to be pretty separated. Like we will still see a different type of Spider-Man maybe in a different game.
Yeah.
Like this is very much Insomniac Spider-Man, but if you play the main game, obviously you know there are other
All right.
heroes in this world. So now we're in the full world.
Let's look at some open world stuff that we
why
can do
don't
here.
we go do
Boom.
EMP challenge? There we
Yeah.
go. All right. We're coming up on time wise. Cool. I just want to make sure we have enough time for our race so you can lose again.
I hate you.
Any other questions from the chat? We're going to. So in the main game, Screwball is one of the side villains you encounter in the game. Screwball is back with more of her social media challenges. So if you like memes and you like the internet, we got more challenges for you.
You're a fake meme fan.
I don't know the names of the memes. All right, let's see. We're going to head over to one of them. This is the first type of challenge that you'll play. EMP challenges. Essentially, you have to web blast a couple EMPs. This is a new one, though. I haven't played this one yet, so I'll probably be very bad at it. Let's see how it goes. This should go well. Ooh,
So
boy.
these are kind of like, in a sense, a little like differentiated Taskmaster kind of stuff. Right?
They're a mix of like Taskmaster and then other side challenges. There's like a weird kind of like crossover for them. So essentially, I'm going to be following this trail. You have to blast these EMP charges in the right order. So
Gotcha.
if you do it out of order, you don't get as many points. And occasionally there are like photo ops to get more points.
Jesus,
so you'll
of
see
course.
those.
Oh, because it's all social media. I
Yeah.
hate this.
I think my webs will disable them.
Is that even? Yep.
There you go.
Oh, but now I have to go across the water. I don't like doing that.
I don't think you actually destroyed it yet.
No, I did. Did
Are
I
you
not?
sure? It's still.
Did it not destroy? God. All right, we're just gonna.
No, don't reload. Don't.
Fine. I'll just do this challenge over. Sorry. Did it really not? Oh, these take more. God, man, that was awful.
Well, try through the highlighted area to activate a photo. The photo bomb?
Yeah.
How is that
There
a
you
photo bomb?
Haha.
Oh my god.
Everyone loves social media.
I hate this character so much. Just introduced into a TV show like 3 years ago.
For those watching, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe.
Still not
to my
destroyed.
channel.
So there's like the first level of being destroyed, and then you gotta like do it again.
Which was not how the first challenge went.
Well, this is a second challenge, so you gotta like.
I'm doing so poorly on this. Wow. This is bad, let me tell you.
More proof that IGN can't play games.
Sure, yeah.
There you go. You got it.
Don't miss it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh, look at that butt.
It's a good picture of his booty.
And that's really what we're all here for.
Yeah, the Spider-Man boot.
Yep.
Boom. There you go.
Nice comment. Whoa, best show ever. Thanks, Derek.
So she didn't get put into jail, or she
I
got
think
out
she
of jail.
got out.
Huh.
Is I think the fiction of where.
Well,
these
to be
challenges are
to be
taken.
fair, at the end of her, I think you're too far away.
Yeah.
At the end of her side mission, she's like, I didn't actually do anything, so. And
Yeah.
they're the
Oh
cops
boy,
are like,
that's cool.
oh,
I didn't know they could actually hurt you.
good to know.
Oh. Still too far.
Just like in school.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Sonic
redo
under-
that one to gain back my honor. Unless Barrett, you'd like to give it a try.
I'm gonna give it a
and
try.
do way better. I'm gonna keep an eye out for
I'm gonna rep the
questions.
gameplay team right now.
Let's see if they're actually good.
All right.
All right, I think we got.
I think my webs will disable them.
Blade Blur on Twitch just says Jonathan and Barry, you rock. We appreciate that. We like being goofs with each other, so thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, again, we are streaming on youtube.com/IGN, youtube.com/IGN Beyond, twitch.tv/IGN, mixer.com/IGN, and IGN.com main, so feel free to ask questions in the chat. We are playing Spider-Man the Heist DLC. We are mostly going around the open world now. We're not going to really jump into story spoilers. There may be some spoilers related to the DLC, though, inevitably, that we'll
Gotta
run
stay on
into.
the trail.
My best suggestion is if you haven't finished the main Spider-Man game, don't keep watching because you may get spoiled on some stuff, but if you beat the main game, you're pretty much in safe territory. If you have questions, again, please feel free to ask them in any of those chats. We'll be playing through a little of the open world stuff, and then we're going to jump into a race. for New York.
That,
Oh, yeah. Right now, Barrett is doing one of the screwball challenges, which are one of the open world things you can do in the Heist DLC. There's a couple of them. There's these. You have to... There's another collectible, and then there are more crimes to be taken down from the new faction of bad guys that you can fight. A few people, again, if you are just joining the chat and you're asking how long the DLC is, we haven't finished it ourselves. We started playing this morning. I think I'm roughly halfway through the story and about 2 hours into the DLC, so probably to complete it all, like 6 to 8 hours, but story-wise, probably 4. He got hit at that one, just like that. Thank God. I don't feel so bad.
overall, I'm doing way faster though. I'm just saying.
I mean, yes, because I really messed up the beginning of this. Are the DLC suits available with the main game? We've seen that question before, just so people know. Thanks, you're helping me get the trophies, so I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're curious what the DLC contains, the trophies are available to see on your PlayStation or wherever you look up trophies. So if you're curious about how much there is to this DLC, let's see.
All right, Spidey. Your pie's ready.
Yeah, so right now in the story, Spider-Man is getting pizza.
That's your
We're not going to spoil what happens with that pizza, but Barrett's still going to look for some more challenges. Ooh, try,
This fist over here.
yeah, try one of the beat 'em up challenges and see how bad you
Give
are
us a
at it.
shout out on the social medias.
I'm
Really
good at
helps
this
the
game,
business.
Jonathan, I swear.
Will do. Later, Eddie.
Uh,
I don't think
see,
I've
any
ever
other
been this
questions
hungry.
right now in the chat? Like we just mentioned a little bit earlier, Reckless Beast on Twitch asks, have you played the whole DLC? Not yet. I'm about halfway through the story. We'll see how it keeps going. Let's see. What is the name of that suit? This is the Resilient suit. It's one of the 3 new DLC suits. You can do a crime down there, too, if you want. Maybe one of the new crimes. We'll find out. There are 3 new DLC suits. One of them you unlock pretty early in the DLC. Let's see. Is this just a crime? Yeah, it looks like it's just a crime.
Hi, Miles. Just calling you back.
Let's see. Can
What
you
was it you
destroy
wanted
those
to ask
men?
before?
We'll find
No,
out. Nope, you're not going to destroy them.
No, I'm gonna let them go.
All right. Ah, yes.
They seem to be perfect gentlemen who were just trying to
It was just.
do some stuff.
There are 3 DLC suits. You can see them all. They've been revealed before the DLC's out, so it's not a huge spoiler. One of them is new to the DLC. The 2 are other comics-based ones. So we're going to jump into
I'm gonna give
another-
this back to you.
Oh, good. This will be fun.
Klasson 84, which character would you like? On IGN.com chat, which character would you like to? Would you like them to incorporate in the Turf Wars
wanna find
DLC?
out.
Like I've been saying,
Better
Luke
send them
Cage,
back
my
to
boy.
prison where they belong.
Will any of the main story villains appear in the DLC? Asks Sadika Das on the YouTube chat. I don't know. Again, I haven't played a lot, so I assume not.
I would assume there will be maybe like hints at them or something. Like, I don't think you'll fight any of them again, but I think there will definitely be, you know, you may hear like, what's that villain up to? Yeah, I hear they're having a fun time at the raft, something like that.
Yeah.
I think we could get that quite a bit. Let's see.
All right. Looking through the chats right now.
Yeah, so the screwball challenges, they all have different photo ops in them to get more points. Oh, damn it, I pressed it too early.
Ooh.
You come over here. You come to me.
Oh, you have to fight in the Nice.
That's actually a really good shot.
That's a good one.
Let's see, that one should knock him off the roof. There we go. Oh, you're there. Hello, you, my friend.
Ooh, nah, knock that man out. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not knocking them out. Let's be real. He's murdering.
These are super powered guys, so like I think they're fine.
Oh, great shot. I'm good at the photos. Let's see if this should be fine.
Vanlin in the YouTube chat asks, "Hey guys, I'm assuming this is the new Spider-Man game. What's this specific video about?" We're streaming the new DLC that's coming out tonight at 9 p.m. And it's focused around Black Cat.
The Heist.
It's called The Heist. Blade Blur in Twitch says, "Jonathan Barrett, you rock." Or did you read that?
I read that already, but yeah, just keep reading.
I'm just keep reading that every 5 minutes. Hopefully, you guys forget it's the same person.
Got him.
Got him.
Great shot.
I'm sure it was.
My views are at a record high.
Oh, love that shot too.
Clarissa 35F in the Beyond chat says that
That wasn't great.
who is this lady again? This dumb character.
Huh?
Who's the lady?
Oh, Screwball.
Screwball.
I was like, do you mean Black Cat?
No. She sounds like Harley Quinn. I agree.
Maybe it is. Who's to say?
Maybe.
You boys come over to me.
M Bach in the YouTube chat says they could put Daredevil in one of the DLCs. That would be cool. I'm very into that. I watched Daredevil season 3 all of this weekend, and I loved it. And the more I watched it, the more I was like, damn, I want Daredevil in a new video game.
That'd be pretty great. Oh. Nope. What is it? Oh,
You missed the opportunity.
the area is, yeah, went away.
I hate those whipped men
Yeah, not a fan.
that are like fake ass whiplashes.
Almost awesome.
Almost awesome.
We'll take it. Do you want to give it a try? Or?
I'm gonna give it a try.
All right, we'll give it a try.
What time are we at? We at 45? Okay. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do this, and I think
Jump into a race?
maybe. I don't know. It took us like 2 or 3 minutes each to do the race, so that might be.
Yeah.
We might have another 10
Yeah.
minutes before we.
BCE Bears 2 on the IGN chat says the more content for this game, the better. Hopefully, they introduce more rogues in the boss fights. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the sort of like end culmination of this DLC will be, because one, it should probably be a pretty cool fight or a chase or something like that, but it's also going to have to set up the larger bit of DLC. Like, they keep referring to these 3 DLC packs as the City That Never Sleeps DLC, so I assume there's some connective tissue between all 3 of them. What that ends up being, I'm not sure. My personal theory, having played a little bit of it, is the new faction. It's sort of like a mob faction. I think you'll have to deal with the mob in New York a lot more. One, you then don't have to incorporate a ton of villains who you might otherwise waste. Classic shot. But I think it does open it up to a lot of like territory wars within New York. So we'll see what happens. Still looking for questions in the chat. So if you are checking out and you just joined us, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. We may have addressed them already, but if not, Van Lynn asks, how much will the DLC cost? Individually, the Heist, I believe, costs $9.99. You can buy all 3 of the City That Never Sleeps DLC packs, which are supposed to come out through the end of the year, for $25, so you save $5. If you're gonna buy one of them, I don't know why you wouldn't buy all 3, because I assume you just want more Spider-Man, so probably buy all 3. But we'll see how they are, and obviously I will have a review coming of this DLC, so if you're waiting to pull the trigger and see if you actually want more Spider-Man, if it does anything you haven't seen before, if you just want more of the same, we'll definitely be letting you know as we get through all of it. Miles Paul asks, will the map be expanded? So far it has not. Like we said before, you're still playing within New York City. All the districts that were there from the start still are there. Nice one. That's actually pretty good. We have had some new interior segments. One of the missions, Barrett, I don't think you've played it yet and we haven't shown on the stream, is an interior segment I wasn't expecting, and I think it was really cool that they did it. I don't think it gameplay-wise worked very well. I think like the mechanics didn't suit the space super well. We'll talk about what you play.
Gotcha.
And obviously, if you start playing this, a few people have been asking, when does this come out? It comes out officially Tuesday, October 23rd, as it goes throughout international territories. We're playing it a bit ahead of that time. And as we said, we're trying to keep it as story spoiler-free as possible.
Another 50 likes.
Sorry, I'm focused on this.
No, I love the photos. Let's see for other questions. Which Spider-Man is your favorite? Probably Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man a lot.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
No, there's Spider. I want to see if he answers. He's just so focused on the fight. I'm gonna throw
trying to
more
get you that
questions at
3-star.
you as they come. I appreciate it. Will we be able to go to Peter's apartment in this DLC? Downster asks on YouTube. I hope. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I hope there is just a apartment simulator where you're just hanging around the Sims style, putting new furniture in. That'd be wonderful. Sorry, I just got really contemplative. I'm in a new apartment, so I have a lot of furniture to get. Anyway, we're gonna keep answering questions from the chat. Will Altano be DLC 2? Tommy Bebop is asking from the Beyond Chat Beyond. I don't think Brian Altano, one of our hosts and a member of Beyond, will be the DLC number 2. Could he be in it? Very possibly. There are probably other people in New York who he appears similar to, given that he lived in New York. Maybe they'll base one of those characters on him.
Maybe.
I lived in New York. That's all I got. I enjoyed New York quite a bit. Where are you going? We're doing this race?
The bottom of the map.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah, so we're going to end this stream with a race through New York. Barrett and I streamed the base Spider-Man game when it was launching after my review posted. I won. Barrett did not. So we're going to do a rematch.
To be fair, we did because we were streaming the beginning of the game, we did not have all of like the swinging abilities and whatnot for that. So this time it'll be interesting to see what we can do with all of the abilities.
To be fair, I'm still probably going to win.
Hey, where were we?
Yes, as you've been asking in the chat, a few people, how much time till it released?
Hey, Peter.
It's releasing officially October 23rd, so you won't have to wait long.
It's no big deal or
You'll be able to go
anything.
through all the story.
I
We've
know
had
you're
some
really
scenes of the story in here,
I was just wondering if
trying to
there
not
might be some time
reveal
we
too
could,
much of it
Yeah.
as we
start
go.
training?
But
Training?
yeah, there are a lot. I would say so far there are some like unexpected twists and turns and things that are initially presented at the beginning of the DLC are not always the case as you go along. But yeah, it very much focuses on the relationship of Peter Parker and Spider-Man's worlds colliding yet again. And I appreciate that in the story. I think it makes for a richer story. I think we're pretty much like right at the same point we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I try to make it.
How long are you going to stream? Shadow Warrior on YouTube asks. We're wrapping up pretty soon. Next 10 minutes we're wrapping up. We're going to end it with this race through New York.
Got some
All
free
right.
time one day.
Do you wanna-
do you want to do a timer, or Mitchell? If it's
And I nearly
Mitchell,
got
who's
Impartial
killed
time.
at least 100 different times.
unbiased, so
can't
he
let that
will
happen to
be
you.
timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going
Yeah, I get
to
it. Talk to
just
you later.
save here and then we reload?
man.
Do you wanna
Oh
do
yeah,
that?
that's a good. So, we'll do
So we're
a
going to see
manual
who's
save.
the best at Spider-Man. Truly, these are the two top competitors in the world at competitive
What am I gonna do with
Marvel's
that kid?
Spider-Man on PlayStation 4.
All right, Mitchell, you ready? All right.
And again, if you're wondering who we are, my name is Jonathan Dornbush. This is Barrett Courtney. He is
Yeah.
the producer and occasional guest of Beyond, and I am the host of Beyond, our weekly PlayStation
They
show.
keep letting me on. I don't know why. Oh man.
We agreed to it beforehand. If you want to hear more about the Spider-Man DLC, we'll probably be talking about it on this week's show, and obviously the new DLC packs as they come. Beyond goes live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific at beyond.ign.com. And if you want to watch it on YouTube, it goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays at youtube.com/IGNBeyond. Shout out to all of you on that YouTube channel right now.
And make sure to tune in this week because we're gonna have a cool guest.
Yes, we're going to have a cool Spidey guest. Of a sort.
Yeah, of a
Yeah,
sort.
of a sort.
Of a sort. We'll have a sort of Spider-Man related type of guest.
Yes.
As a little
SJZ
teaser.
is asking, is this DLC storyline after the main story?
I assume so.
As we are playing it,
we
yes.
were well. It's definitely after the story, but we were trying to figure out like how far after.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, are you only in Washington Square Park?
Shut up.
Boy,
I hate
my
you.
old stomping grounds, NYU. Shout out to anyone who went to NYU. What school were you in? Let me know in the chat. I was in CAS, but I studied in Tisch because they let you cross majors. No one needs to know that.
Nerd. Drop out of school like a real idiot like me.
All right, let's see if there are any other questions. I hope Max is on this next episode of Beyond. Eric Perry asks in the Beyond
Max
chat.
is still on his honeymoon.
Yeah, Max is actually out of the country, he's vacationing. So he will not be on this week's episode. As soon as he's back, obviously we will have him back on the show. But you can expect more shenanigans to come,
Yeah.
obviously.
And when he comes back, I'm sure we'll have him on to talk about his trip to Japan and doing all the cool game stuff.
Yeah.
It's Japan, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
yeah. We won't give specific addresses
No, because we don't know them.
because I don't know them.
If we knew them, we would give them out.
Crimson Renji, you're asking about who the guest is. Who's to say?
Who's to say? Partially Spider-Man related. Who knows?
Clarissa35F, you said you skipped my question 4 times. Sorry, we're reading like 6 chats, so we may miss questions as they go. I'm pretty sure we did ask one of your questions, or answer one of your questions. If not, drop it again, and we'll hear it for a 7th time. I apologize. Let's see if there are any other questions. Ooh, Secor asks if it's voice actors Travis Willingham or Laura Bailey. It is not. I would love to have them on. I watched Critical Role, which they were both on also, and they just seem like wonderful people.
Someone a little less Spider-Man associated.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong. So I didn't realize like who he was playing until the credits roll, but it seems obvious after that. Travis is playing Wilson Fisk in the game. Yeah. Both of them are
know that.
great voice actors. They seem like wonderfully dear, kind people as well. So obviously, open invitation to Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham. If you are ever in San Francisco, we are more than happy to have you on Beyond. We could just talk about Critical Role the whole time. We are almost at the end of the... Ooh, I see. You're in sight.
I know.
I believe in you.
Shut up. I'm concentrating. Oh, God.
Secor Critical Role is awesome. Yes, it is. I've only started listening with the second campaign. My girlfriend got
All
into
right.
it.
325 beat that.
That is a
Dornbush.
significant improvement from...
I forget what we did last
I think
time.
it was like 350.
Oh,
So-
okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna
I
quit
thought
out
you were
here.
just manually saving over. Eric Perry asks, so is there any hope Punisher will make an appearance? I feel like as much as there is any chance of any other New York-based Marvel hero making an appearance, which honestly I don't think there is much chance.
Yeah.
I think something as big as that would probably be kept to a sequel, or like another significant. If they released like this new DLC pack is 15 hours of content, it opens up Brooklyn, like something big like that. I could see them adding a new character like that, but I think otherwise it's pretty much just going to be.
All right. Loading this up again.
I'm excited.
All right.
I mean, the question, yeah. So we're racing
I'm
through
just
New
looking
York.
at you
This
guys.
is here. Let me.
Right.
I'll
I just
make
want
sure
to
it's
make
all
sure
fair.
you
Of course.
have the right marker.
We'll
I
find
might
out.
have saved after I put the marker down. I
We
forget.
Again, my name is Jonathan Dorvers. This is Barrett Courtney. We are of Beyond, IGN's weekly PlayStation podcast.
Yeah.
I can smell that pizza.
No, I
already.
didn't
No,
say.
so we're gonna have to
It was
roughly
basically it was
approximate.
the church with the graveyard where Uncle Ben is at. Spoilers.
So right here.
Well, specifically like the end.
Okay, gotcha. So like right.
But that area, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Maybe it's my brain
wait,
playing tricks
hold
on me.
Hold on.
Either way, it
All right.
smells delicious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got here. Do any of the thug groups carry over to crimes in open world versus just DLC?
Tony Hawk's Underground does not carry over. I'm sorry.
God, shut up.
I can joke and beat you at this race. It's fine.
Do any of the thugs groups carry over to crimes in open world versus just is he are Dies what from the YouTube regular YouTube chat? I think you're asking if like the DLC gangs carry over to the main game, or vice versa.
We
I
haven't
don't
checked yet.
know.
Yeah, we've
I'm not too sure.
Pretty much since we've been playing only this morning, we have just been playing within the DLC version of the world. So yeah.
Zahir Smith from the YouTube chat also asks, is it one mission? No, there will be a couple missions at least.
And you can get the names of those missions via the trophies.
All right.
But there are also new side challenges and new crimes and new collectible in the open world. So you can focus on those, and you will explicitly just be focusing on those in the DLC version of New York. So
Yeah.
you won't, I think you can also collect the backpacks, but you're not going to also have to be taking care of all the other crimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Robo Kahoot from YouTube asks, tell us the new suit's powers, please. We still don't know yet, because we don't know if there are actual new suit powers, because the weird thing with the velocity suit in the main game was that when we unlocked the velocity suit before the game came out, there was no power with it. But when the game officially came out, the day one patch came out, and then they added the velocity suit power. So we don't know if there's actually any new powers or not, because it's the same situation where right now it says that there are no powers, but who knows if there will be kind of like a day one-ish patch for this or whatnot. I'm interested to see. All right. Yeah, all right.
Of course, if you finish the main game on the IGN Beyond YouTube, which is youtube.com/IGN Beyond,
Yeah.
we have a Spider-Man spoiler cast with the game's creative director, Brian Intihar.
Yeah,
So if you
and
want,
he was very cool. He was a
awesome.
very nice man.
Very happy to have him on the show. He was a great guest. He provided a lot of really cool insight, and just like the earnestness of which they were so happy to make this game like just come through.
Way more humble than that Corey Barlog.
Oh man, Corey, the ego on Corey. Let me know. Corey is one of like
No,
the nicest
they're
people.
both wonderful
Yeah.
people.
Huge thank you to both of them for being on the show this year. It's been a lot of fun spoiler casts.
Yeah.
Which hopefully we'll be able to bring you more as more PlayStation exclusive games come out.
Yeah. Also, we've made some updates to Beyond. If you have been missing out the last couple of weeks, Jonathan Dornbush, official new host.
Greg Miller is no longer the host.
Yeah, he's been out for a couple of years now, I think.
At least 2 weeks.
And then we also updated the logo of Beyond.
Yes. Yeah, we have a new logo.
Yeah, so
And we'll have a new little-
we'll be updating all the YouTube and IGN stuff. So
Yes.
you'll see the new logo. We kind of hit it in the last week's episode of Beyond.
So if you wonder why Andrew Goldfarb is still listed as the host of Beyond on the YouTube channel, we're updating things. But Andrew's still here, and we hope to have him on the show later this year.
he's a fine boy.
He is a wonderful man. All right. Made it.
All right, Mitchell, tell us the verdict.
Oh,
Okay, you're gonna
wow.
come over here speaking to the mic.
Live into the mic.
Yep,
Mitchell Saltzman, our wonderful producer, has put all of this together.
I'm very scared.
Barrett, your time was 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Jonathan Dornbush, your time was 3 minutes 30 seconds.
No!
Yes, the champ. The new champ has won.
It's 1-1.
Yeah.
It is a 1-1 racing.
But I'm just saying, the most recent winner is me, and so now I'm the champion. I am now the new host of Beyond. I think that's how that works.
That's not how that works at all. We're still hosting this week's episode of Beyond.
Beyond.
Thank you so much for joining us for the stream of Spider-Man's The Heist DLC. We'll have more coming from Spider-Man the Heist DLC. You can look
Yeah.
forward to my review later.
Again, I know all of you were very upset when we were talking over the cutscenes and stuff. We'll have the first minutes up. Hopefully, it's exported by the time I get out of here. I can start uploading it. It'll be up in the next couple hours.
And of course, if you've enjoyed our shenanigans, Barrett produces Beyond.
I do.
host Beyond every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific at Beyond.
Sound more like a robot when you say that.
I know, I tried. It is our weekly PlayStation show on IGN, so thank you so much for watching that. If you do, thank you for being in all of the chats. Huge shout out to the Beyond fans.
Yeah,
out
shout
there.
out to IGN.com, shout out to YouTube.com/IGN, shout out to Twitch.tv/IGN, shout out to YouTube.com/IGN Beyond, and shout out to Mixer.com/IGN.
The Xbox boys. Thank you so much for watching, and a lovely Beyond to you all.
Beyond.